Did you notice that there's so many prices out there for the exact same room?
I know. I've been asking this a lot lately, but this is what it really means. The same hotel room can have up to 10 different prices across the internet. So even if you spend a lot of time looking around, chances are that it's still out there for a better price. So make one last check before you book. The Trivago check. Trivago compares prices from over 150 websites to make sure you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
Updating the breaking news we've been following this afternoon. A Hartford County neighborhood on edge tonight after scores of police respond to a standoff in Bel Air. WJZ is live there right now. Rick Ritter with the just released details from police. Rick?
Vic, right now we know one person is in custody after a barricade situation that lasted several hours in the Bright House Oaks area here along Stratton Court. Now, as you mentioned, we just got some brand new information in that I want to go over. They say this started with a call as a suicidal subject who was drinking heavily inside his home during a domestic dispute. They say he fired shots inside the home. That's when police were called to the scene. And then he later ended up firing shots at Hartford County deputies. Now, the call came in around 12 o'clock. Several roads were then shut down. Residents were told to stay inside their homes for hours while the situation played out. Neighbors shared some pictures with us that show the intense scene. Officers with rifles and armored vehicles along the streets. A very heavy police presence that quickly filled up around here, specifically along Stratton Court. Those same neighbors that shared pictures with us, they tell us shortly after police arrived, that's when they heard gunshots fired.
Like I said, I was coming off my porch when I noticed the first police officer pull up, and he pulled out his rifle. And then before I knew it, there were 100 of them. The first 3 shots rang out almost immediately when they got here. And they pushed everybody away, made everybody go in, and then about an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, you heard about 3 more shots. And then 20 minutes after that is when you heard several more shots. And then it was like they pushed everybody all the way back to the corner of the street.
Again, this is the Bright Oaks area here along Stratton Court is where the situation took place. We're told that suspect was transported to shock trauma with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Still a very heavy police presence out here, as you can see behind me. Neighbors along Stratton Court, they have been told to remain inside. Other roads have opened back up, and those neighbors are starting to circle out of their homes, if you will, but still a very heavy police presence out here. Investigators remain on scene. One suspect in custody who was transported to shock trauma with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Live in Hartford County tonight, Rick Ritter, WJZ Eyewitness News.
Rick, thank you. And WJZ continues to follow the story. The very latest coming up tonight at 11.
On the morning of September 3rd, 2015, Fresno Police Department officers Price and Lucero would shoot and kill Mr. Freddie Centeno, a mentally ill, unarmed man in broad daylight. The graphic footage was captured on the officers' body cameras.
Hey, Fresno PD, get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Without any hesitation, the officers would fire 9 rounds at Mr. Centeno, 7 of which would hit Mr. Centeno, leaving him in a coma for 23 days before his untimely death on September 26th.
Hey, Fresno PD, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
The tragic event would leave his daughter Chanel without a father and his parents Jose and Heriberta without their beloved son.